Hi everyone, welcome to Zabo channel. Today we're talking about TikTok being banned or being processed to be banned around the world, especially in the UK on official government phones and the US, and how it will affect the music industry. As you know, the app started trending and became more popular back in 2020s, where most people around the world were locked in. So Donald Trump at the same year wanted to ban TikTok at his country. He was still the president.
It'll close down on September 15th unless Microsoft or somebody else is able to buy it and work out a deal, an appropriate deal, so the treasury, I guess you would say, of the United States gets a lot of money. But right now they don't have any rights unless we give it to them. So if we're going to give them the rights, then it has to come into this country. It's a little bit like the landlord-tenant. Without a lease, the tenant has nothing.
So he did receive major backlash from that comment from several opposers, and even her own fans were supporting him. And it was the same year for elections in the USA, and so many people vowed to kick out Donald Trump from the office. And when you look at things now, one artist even came out, Iggy Azalea, and said if you like Donald Trump, then she doesn't like you either. Now, moving fast forward, Iggy Azalea music ain't selling anywhere yet. She is on, OnlyFans to create. So Donald Trump doesn't need the OnlyFans app, but she's on there because, a lot of people are not working with her and her music is not working well. It was so uncomfortable exchange with Donald Trump that the president, even allegedly asked for, some nudes, allegedly, from Iggy Azalea. So, tell me think about Iggy Azalea. What I can say about Hollywood, they're always puppets. And now, moving fast forward to UK, they're banning government officials to download the app because of security concerns, which makes sense. Somebody can leak them. As for the Biden administration, Joe Biden, they are planning to do the same thing by demanding TikTok to be sold, or it could be banned in the United States. The same thing that Donald Trump wanted to do back in 2020, and he was receiving major backlash. The same footsteps, the same, book. They're using the same book that Donald Trump was denied. And when you look at most of the time Joe Biden administration, they're doing the same thing. They're not doing anything new, but they're being supported by the public. As for Donald Trump Jr., he claims that the main reason why Biden is banning this TikTok is because of his own personal issue. So tell me what you think about that personal issue that he claiming to be having. Moving on to the music industry, how will it be affected? As you know, there are many TikTokers type of music out here that, they are, trying to. So if Joe Biden official TikTok music in America, there's going to be an impact in music industry tremendously, which is true. Records label will be forced to put money back into artist development and go back to the old way of promoting artists. Old way of going to TV shows, going to Good Morning America, especially in USA. All type of ways whereby, artists used to be on the roads with hosts and talking to the public, talking to the people. It won't be 100% old ways, but I'm seeing like getting into physical contact with your audience out there, performing early in the morning like they used to do, the Rihanna, the Beyonce's used to do, Nicki Minaj going to talk shows early in the morning, in Oprah, in Tyra Banks. That's how they used to do it back in the day. So that's going to affect. And when you look at the streaming will still count. I believe it still count from Spotify. It will count in Apple app, but the TikTok did carry the music backbone very heavily, because when it trends, it really trends. So yeah, tell me think about that, if I'm missing anything out here. So because most of these new artists, this new generation, their fan base are not buying. Unless you have a big fan base right now, most of your fan base are only streaming, unfortunately, for some artists. But for other artists like the Barbs, they know how to buy pure sales. When they decide a single is 30 to 80,000 pure sales, they go up and be above their queen and do it. The same as the Beehive and the Navy. But the new girls are struggling. When you look at Dua Lipa, it's because of TikTok carried that song. When you look at, Doja Cat, Say So, and most of her album is because of TikTok. Unfortunately, when you look at their certification, they will tell you a lot of digital sales, which means the pure sales is not adding up at all. So yeah, that's most of the things I want to say about the music industry. Really could make a few changes. Billboard, obviously, chart data will make some changes and see where they can count. For now, most of the time the radio is counting a lot so that you can be stable at the charts. If you ever listen to my first video about talking about Billboard charts, then you know how this thing counts, how remixes appear on the Billboard chart. There will be a tremendous changes, but I hopefully they can survive from this. But even though if they search for a rule, but I think they'll find a very simple, mediocre rule, so that most artists these days, they're pushed because of their beauty and their sexism edge, but their sex appeal. But when it comes to the sales and the talent, it seems to be very mediocre. And these days, fans, the young generation, the Z generation, they seems to be more supportive on the Twitter likes, on the comments, when you're dragging somebody. But when coming to their favorite dropping music, seems to be doing crickets. So yeah, unfortunately for those who tend to have support on the internet but not support on their music career. So tell me what you think about today's topic. Did you like it? Tell me what you think about what I have forgotten, maybe any type of mediocrity that may tend to happen, in case it happens, and how it should be tackled. So give me a deeper explanation in case of you think that my explanation is a little bit lightly, maybe I haven't gone very deep. Give me a heads up. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Please subscribe. Bye.